watch out for Tiffany. This girl is like, the best description that I would have of Tiffany is like this Barbie, Jeep Barbie. Jeep Barbie. Is there a Jeep Barbie, Tiffany? If there is there is a Jeep Barbie. Were you the model for the Jeep Barbie?
I wish.
You should have been. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Like, oh man, you girls are going to love Tiffany. You're going to love her legacy project and what she is doing with it and how far she's come in a short amount of time and all the like big stuff that she's doing. So I'm not going to tell your story. I'm going to go ahead and let you do it.
So I've had a very interesting year. I competed in my first pageant in January. It was Florida Petite, and I came in third runner-up. I really didn't prep at all for it. The only reason I even joined it was my therapist told me that I work too much. And as you can see, I'm literally at work right now. And she told me to get a hobby. And I happened to find a pageant scrolling through Facebook. I had zero preparation. I went to it and I literally had so much fun that I said, I have to do this again. I don't know how, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I have to do it again and wear more pretty dresses because that's my favorite part. But in that process, I actually got to meet Nancy, who's one of the coaches. I didn't know that at all though, but she was Mrs. Petite USA and the coolest person who I could ever meet. And she actually gave me her book and it was about marketing. So after the pageant, I ended up reading it and I thought, wow, I really don't market myself at all. I should probably start doing that. And I thought, you know, I really want to get better at pageants too. Maybe there's a book for it. I don't know. So that's how I found Alicia's book on Amazon. And so I started to read the book and she has all this stuff in there, you know, in my podcast, on the, you know, YouTube, on the stuff. And I was like, oh, there's more to it, you know? So I started listening to the podcast and I actually listened to the podcast every day for 4 months on my ride to and from work, which is quite short. So it actually took a while, and eventually there was one of the jump starts that I got into and I was just watching and I knew through listening for 4 months to Alicia's voice, you know, I was getting so much good information, but I couldn't connect it completely. I knew I wanted something to do with Jeeps and off-roading because it's something I'm super passionate about. But I just didn't know how to turn it from a platform into a legacy. So I think it was the second time I ever talked to Alycia, I told her that, and within 2 minutes, she had the perfect idea. So I have a YouTube series called A Beginner's Guide to Off-Roading Etiquette, where I teach people, mainly right now, just beginners, proper etiquette of trails. So I help support, it's called Tread Lightly. They're a national organization that helps to preserve private and public lands used for off-roading so that we continue to off-road on them. So I support Tread Lightly in the process of it. And then I'm also get to work with 2 brands. One of them is close to my heart. It's my brother. He builds custom Jeeps in our area. And I also know the owner of Gear America, which builds amazing high quality off-roading gear, like recovery gear. So thankfully, both of them have joined me on my YouTube series. And I just finished filming the second portion of it this week. So it's going to start going up. And through kind of the process with Alycia and my coach Trinity was not only are we going to make it the beginner's guide, there will be the intermediate guide, and then there will be the expert guide. And it all ties back to also my brother hosts, it's called Florida Trail Team Challenge. It's an off-road competition. So if you make it through my entire series, you should be prepared for the competition as well. So there's also a little trick to it, which is really cool. So I have my whole series and through part of it, thankfully so I sell cars for a living. I work for Toyota. I have a very supportive GM who thinks it's cool that every once in a while I wear around a sash sometimes. So they're very supportive of me. He let me plan and host. We had Toyota Jam here just a couple of weeks ago. And we invited all the Toyota owners in our area to come in. I had a big car show, had food. We had the fire trucks come to and everything. It helped raise money again for Tread Lightly. We even had Tread Lightly here we gave away like huge rims and tires, which was really cool. And then he had so much fun, and all the people that came had so much fun that now we're getting to host a second one as well. And we're going to do it twice a year. So I've started my own dealership has its own legacy project now, intertwined with my own. Kind of tricked them into that one, but it worked. But part of it too is through, so this year for Florida Trail Team Challenge, which also has to do with Tread Lightly, everything I do intertwines with each other. I do photography, car photography. I haven't got to do it in a while, but I do it on the side, and I got to photograph the event. And so now I got to make contact with one of the guys who competed. He has a magazine for Toyota Land Cruiser owners, and he got to publish one of my photos in his magazine. So I can officially say I'm a published car photographer, which is really fun and neat. And through it too, because thankfully when I read Nancy's book, I decided to join a Facebook group for like women in my area. And I got to meet a local photographer who introduced me to some of her friends. And I got to judge 2 weeks ago for, it's called Top Model of the Year. And it's not a pageant, but it's a modeling competition. And I got to be a judge in that with Miss Earth. And there was all kinds of cool people there. I felt very normal amongst all of them, but it was really neat to see them. And I got to meet all of them and be a part of that, which was really cool from behind the scenes. And also get to be a part of their media and stuff like that, which is really sweet. And I got to meet one of the young ladies that just won NAM. That was cool getting connected with her and her mom as well. And then and this has all happened, if anyone wants some context, all of this has happened in 3 months. And I only devote about 2 hours a week to this because I'm really busy. I have about my Wednesdays and Thursdays, I devote about an hour each day to going through the game plan and, editing my videos. So the 6 months for me has been perfect. Not too short, not too long. And I don't devote a lot of time. So you don't have to, sometimes it sounds like I do a lot, but I didn't have to, give up my job. I still work about 70 to 80 hours a week. And I just devote 2 hours to this. And I've done so much in a really short amount of time, which is kind of cool. And then I also got to, and this one's more on a personal level, but I like to brag about it. So because I sell cars for Toyota, I'm a Toyota Pro, and I made banquet this year. So I got to get flew down to Marco Island by Toyota. I got to spend 3 days down there checking out all the cool stuff and meeting all the other pros and just having a really great time. Everything I do is with cars. I'm a total car girl, except for I work for Toyota and I drive a Jeep. So.
Oh, that's great. And it's like, perfect legacy. You say everything I do has to do with cars. And it's like, that's how it ought to be. Like whatever's the thing that just lights you up. I'm curious if your therapist is now satisfied with your new hobby.
Thankfully, I've stopped seeing her now. That was towards one of the last sessions I had with her. And she was just like, girl, you work so much. That's all you do. Like, you really need to get a hobby. And I'm like, you're probably right, Cheryl.
And now look at all this cool stuff that you are doing as a result of that one decision that you made way back then to compete in a pageant, just kind of like on a whim, but then choosing and following through the book that led you to the next book, that led you to the YouTube channel, that led you to the Jumpstart, that led you to the Academy, to just continually say, yes, 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 yes. I'm curious what you would think. What do you attribute to the ability that you only have to do this for 2 hours, and yet you've been able to achieve so much in just 2 hours a week in the last 3 months only? What do you think that's to credit?
I really pride myself on being really structured, because I also have a stepson too, and we have 50-50 custody of him. So those are my only 2 days where I have some time without him. So I kind of just have to be, I block out my time. I quite literally set an alarm on my phone from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is what I focus on. And then from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., I set an alarm and this is what I focus on. Otherwise, I go crazy because I know my natural instinct is to dive 150% to this and literally just like lose my mind. And then I would just have a giant headache and like, you know, be too overwhelmed to continue. But thankfully I had the 6 months to do it. I've taken my time. I've really thought about it. And I think it's been good too, because Trinity a lot will go over something and she'll be like, think about that. And so I'll take that, you know, those few days to really think about it, mush it in my mind. And in that time, I'm able to find the wording and kind of click it together. So kind of taking that time, but also prioritizing it too. I've been able to, you know, hit my goals over time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. What I heard in there is two big things. One was the commitment. You have to actually like set timers to do the work, because otherwise it won't happen, or it will be stressful in the happening, you know? So that's something I got out of that. And then the other thing is just the power of the space to marinate, and just that when you have the luxury of time, it becomes a luxury because you're like, okay, I know exactly the next. And I know when you've been on office hours, you're like very laser focused. Here's the exact thing I need. You ask the exact question, we get the exact answer, you go moving. You come back, you ask the exact question, you get the exact answer, you go moving. And it's like that consistency showing up for yourself. And I didn't know you had that, like from this time to this time, from this time to this time. I didn't know that's how you actually did that, but it makes perfect sense to me that you have carved out time that says, this is going to be the time that I'm committed to building this thing. And over the next 6 months, it's going to continue to grow when you spend the time to do that. So thank you for sharing that. Thanks for sharing your takeaways and your wins too. I really think we need a new Jeep Barbie, and she needs to be modeled after you.
I would love that.
Yes, totally. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for sharing all your wins and all the cool stuff that you've been up to. Thanks for sharing your story.